What is going on, guys? Monk7Mad here today with the 1000 subscriber graphics pack, and I want to thank you guys again so much for 1000 subscribers. I know a lot of people go yeah, but it's true. So first of all, the download link is in the description. I've put it on Mediafire. For those that keep asking me to put it on Mediafire, I always have a link somewhere to my files on Mediafire. The other one would be on Mega, but I generally include both. So let's take a look at the pack. So this is actually quite an unusual pack, and some people might criticize it, I guess, for being small. By the way, in advance, I do apologize for the world's squeakiest chair. I really don't know what's the problem with it. Anyway, so some people might criticize it for being small. That sounds wrong. The pack might seem small. However, the pack is 98% custom made by me from scratch. So it's taken 2 days of solid, like 10-hour work to put this together, and it probably almost doesn't seem like it's even possible, but I can assure you it's true. So in the pack we've got two sections, a Cinema 4D and a Photoshop. So let me just open up this to start with. In the Cinema 4D I've included a preview of the scenery, which I've added in. Now this scenery is actually the same Lightroom I used for my Synergy speed art, just with a couple changes to the material and just adjusted the landscape slightly as well. I've also included what I believe to be the best water texture I've ever seen, and that's also in the pack. Now for some materials this time, to make sure that I don't have the same problem as last time where some of the textures might appear black, that's because the link to the images weren't there. I had to release them separately afterwards, so I do apologise for that. But this time I put it in a lib4d file or a library file. For those that don't know how to install it, I've actually included a little step-by-step walkthrough for it to hopefully help you to find it. So in the background here is the scenery, here's the landscapes, etc. You just need to sort of muck around with the furrows a little to make it a little bit more aggressive, etc. The text is editable as well, so you can just change that if you wanted just a nice scene. The sky was actually taken and added in a picture in Photoshop afterwards, so damn, I hate this chair. Anyway, so I hope that you find some good use for this. I was in two minds whether to give it away, but I thought, bugger it, it's 1000 subscribers. You don't get that every day. Well, some people do, but I don't, and it's a special thing for me, I guess. Anyway, so when you've installed the pack itself, the materials pack, you can access it in two ways. You either go to Window, Content Browser, Presets, and then choose the Monk7Mad 1K pack. Or alternatively, if you're using something like a startup layout, then you can go to the content browser on the right hand side, presets, and same thing again. So this time, this material pack actually contains some pretty interesting things. There's the fire texture from the Synergy as well, because a lot of people ask about the lava texture. These are all made, apart from this one I believe, from custom textures as well, which are also included in the pack. And I've also made some models. Now these models are extremely handy, and again another 100% custom made collection of bits and pieces. So I've made some chains and more aggressive chain that you can just instantly double click, add to your scene and add to your Cinema 4D thing. They're also editable as well. I don't know if the chains are actually, but I can do a tutorial if you need to know how to do that. They're just really nice to work with. The rope is definitely editable, and I've also tried to include a really nice texture to it as well. So let's have a very quick preview of this. Yeah, you can just about see the small block with the rope. Then I've also included some barbed wire on a rusty pipe bit. Then we've got the actual barb itself separate, so you can put it on your own shapes and bits and pieces. And I've also included a tentacle. Now this is actually probably the world's weirdest tentacle. I had a go at making it just off the top of my head at about 2 AM in the morning. I haven't actually seen it since until right now. And yeah, it's looking I'll let you guys judge. I think it's okay, actually. I think it's pretty good for a tentacle. Actually looks kind of realistic, I guess. Maybe just a minor adjustment to some bits and pieces here. But still, really quick, saves a lot of time in the Cinema 4D section. And then we've got the materials. I won't go through and demonstrate them all, but let me just demonstrate one at least. So let's get a sphere and put the lava on it, because I know that's probably the one that will be the most popular amongst most of the viewers of this video. So drag it on and go back to Objects, Projection, Cubic, change it to Seamless, and change the length to about 50% for both the U and V. And then you got a really nice, well laid out material itself. You need to actually put it in the proper scenery for it to work. You can also boost the stuff on it, such as the glow, so you can really kick this up into sort of like crazy man mode. You can leave the projection actually as where I changed it to 50. You can actually leave it at 100. It will be a lot brighter as well. With the color corrections, it also turns up pretty sweet. So that's it for the Cinema 4D side of things. In terms of Photoshop, there is a few more bits and pieces available to you there, because that's where most of my stuff I asked you guys to vote on was actually for. So I've made some more custom textures, some of which you might recognize, i.e. this one. It's the same as the pink, sort of plasma looking like one in the Cinema 4D materials. Some of these really nice, again custom made, some from paintbrushes, mixtures of bits and pieces, some just pure faffing around for some time. Some will obviously appear better than others, and depending on what you like. This one was actually really quite nice, that I was quite pleased with. But yeah, there's 41 in there, and 41's an odd number, but the last one I added in at last second because I thought it would be a good addition if you want to have a really grimy effect in Cinema 4D. Then we've got some assorted brushes, some custom shapes and patterns. I won't go into doing those now, but there's a few bits and pieces in there. They're probably the bits that are least made by me. There's a couple bits in these two. There's none in the patterns that I made, but most of these are also from somewhere else. Then I've got these two banners, one 2D, which is the PS4 style, as I squeak my chair around. So let's have a very quick look, and you know, this is fully adjustable as well. I actually thought this was pretty damn nice. I've also included a red marker and a replace on the bits that you can just change and substitute your own parts for as well. But that's quite nice. And then I also included the Toxic Abstract Speed Art banner, which I did recently. This is more for the learning purpose, so you can actually see how some things have been done. So I really don't want to see someone change the hue and saturation on it and then claim they did it. Otherwise, I'll take it down. It's just a nice way to sort of learn, because you get to see how some of the blend modes and bits and pieces work. And it's quite interesting to see how some people get some of their work done, I guess. So hopefully you can sort of experiment and enjoy that as well. Then we've got the 1K 1000 subscriber GFX graphics pack, which is this file right here. Read this gobbledygook, please read it, because then I don't have to whine about you not reading it. So many people have said, how do I do this, or how do I do that, or can I do this with that, and I'm like, did you watch the video? And they go, yeah. I said, well, I explained it in there, so you should know. And I don't mean that in a horrible way, but I try to sort of clear up as much of the problems in the video so that you don't have to ask questions too much later on. So this is the 1000 subscriber bits and pieces. So I've got some thumbnails which were requested, so just a simple editable text, and very nice. There's 3 in there. Nice and simple structures. Works really nicely. This one you probably recognise, since it's my own one. Probably even used to show off this video right now. So there's 3 thumbnail templates. Then we've got some paint splatters, which some people requested. More so that they can turn it into some sort of liquid effect in cinema, not in cinema, sorry, in Photoshop later on. Then I've included some layer styles, which I've separated into columns so that you can find them quicker. And then we've got 6 pre-made logos. I did say 5, but a lot of people quite like these, so I thought I'd make an extra one. Some of them probably look a bit daft, like this one, but you know, some people probably might like that. I don't know as such, but these are all still editable, as in, like, for example, the H here, you can, if you hide the top layer, that's just a merged set of these bits, but you can choose individual parts and move it. If I change the colour, you can see that I have in fact moved it, and I can move it, so that you can sort of even take parts if you wanted to try and construct your own sort of logos. And then we've got some colour corrections, which seem to be quite nice. So the top 2 parts are actually custom, brand new, and third part is the custom one I made for the 700 pack, but they were just so nice. I thought that I would re-include them in case anyone had missed them before. So just quickly pick 2 at random. So let's go perfect green. Oh yeah, that's quite nice. And perfect red, again, really nice. So there's some really nice stuff in here. I'm not going to go through everything because I'd like you guys to sort of get a little bit of a surprise from it. But it's taken 2 days to get this together, so I really do hope you enjoy. But you know, guys, again, thanks for 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to leave it right there. Download links in the description. I have uploaded it to Mediafire, like I do every other pack I've done. A lot of people ask, and it is there. So that is it, guys. Thank you again, and I really hope you enjoy the pack. If you did, leave a like to show people, 1, that it's worth downloading, and 2, that my time was not wasted. But yeah, so thanks, guys, and I hope to see you around soon. So thanks, guys. Take care.